Greetings, my name is Louise Dente, and I welcome you to yet another edition of Cultural Caravan.
We are honored to have here with us today at the CTC panel the Honorable Ruby Dee. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
I was just saying that just a few years ago, you were my master acting teacher at the New Federal Theater, and what a pleasure it was. What are your thoughts about the state of black theater right now and the significance of this panel today?
Well, I think it's very necessary to have such discussions in the view of the disruption in priorities of all kinds and the sacrifices that so many people are making, and particularly that the institutions of government and so forth are making, where the arts are being sacrificed, that the school programs are being sacrificed, education is being sacrificed in terms of value systems and quantity of subjects and degrees, and I'm thinking that the arts, we're at the point now when we really have to fight for our very existence, and the theaters and real estate being at such a premium, and the first things that those who control real estate want to do, for example, is to get rid of the things like the community theaters where they can't collect where big rents can't be collected and so forth. It's and these non-profit cultural institutions need places to be, and we need to find ways to support them, to sustain them, and not to threaten their existence. They're having a very hard time, and especially today when tickets on Broadway, for example, are costing so much money, and the cost of everything is going so high, and rent on properties, especially there's places that off-Broadway and community theaters occupy, is at a premium. And so, in a sense, we're fighting for our very lives, and the arts are very important to a civilization, to a community, to a country. And I think we must find some way that the theaters around the country, training grounds, places to develop new ideas, ways of life, have to be supported. They have to exist. Yes. There's much excitement there. There's much. It's some theater is a place for ideas that often influence eras, and times for important to the lives of the community and what happens in the world. And so I'm just thinking we can't stand by and let them perish.
Yes, and it's interesting that you say that theater is so important in influencing ideas. I was honored in February to see the play written by your husband, Ossie Davis, The People of Clarendon County at the Schomburg. That was a wonderful stage reading, and I understand that he wrote it primarily for young people to be influenced to hear the story of these people. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Oh yes, this was one of the things has been very strongly a part of what he believes in as a writer, and that there's not enough material that young people can latch onto, where we can acquaint them with what the world as they know it, and also to put a spin on what's happening in our history, to involve them in being not only being who they are, but in talking about where they came from. And he's very and the whole emphasis on the insisting on the fair, sensible, common sense, and marvelous ways that we have to view education is because it is what measures a civilization in the first place, and we have to really, it's the instrumentality through which. Theater is one of the instrumentalities through which our people and our young people and old people come to know each other. The tenor of the times, what happened in the past, it's a generational in this tool. It's like a stepping stone into the questions we ask ourselves as human beings. Who are we? Who are we? And where are we going? And I think the theater plays a great part in answering those kinds of questions.
Sounds like you're saying that theater is much more powerful than we know.
Yes.
In so many ways. Ms. Ruby Dee, it has been an honor to chat with you. I'm sure our viewers would love to get a chance to speak with you more and maybe in depth outside of this, a feature just on you and your life, particularly because we have so many young people that watch the show.
Yes.
On behalf of Cultural Caravan, thank you so much for joining us today. We're honored.
You're quite